Welcome to episode 3 of the How Is He podcast. As always, joined by my co-host Paul Popa. This week, Popa, we set ourselves a little task. But before we get to that,
head-wrecking task, by the way.
Let's go over the results from the week past. I want to correct myself to start it, right? I said Glass's game last Wednesday against Parkville was a dead rubber. In fact, it wasn't. Glass had to win, and then they had to go beat Wolf Hill to get promoted to Division 2. I was corrected last week. I'm going to correct myself on that. It wasn't dead rubber. It was a big game, and in fact, they are now promoted from Division 2.
Oh, well done.
Glass had finished the season last year on 8 points, and 46 points this year.
Some turnaround.
Billy Nolan,
yeah.
Isn't it?
Well, what a guy, yeah. If he has a squad, he gets results. It's as simple as that.
Fair to him. On the same night, Newark bet Parkville.
I believe it was a handy performance, 3-0. Dino, Skinner, and Luke Ram.
Yeah.
The other way around, Luke Ram, Skinner, and Dino, but it was an easy performance. I think first 10 minutes it was tight enough, and then Newark just pulled away.
Yeah. Where am I? Friday night, Danny Doyle hat-trick. Becklesh 5-0, the Premier Cup. Seemingly Danny ran absolutely riot. I don't know if you heard anything about it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking to anybody at the game. I read the report, all right. Brian O'Regan's missing in the goal. Adam Steed wasn't there. And Evan Lowry had to go at half-time, I think.
Right.
But it was a hat-trick inside 20 minutes. I think first 20 minutes was a game over.
I heard he ran absolute riot.
Danny's a machine, really, isn't he?
Danny, isn't he? He's a fantastic player.
He's proper shifts when you're marking him. Whether you're a baller or just want to fight, he'd do anything with you.
Yeah, he'd do it
good
all.
Player, really good. I a great time for Danny Day.
I saw it. He's probably one of the best I've coached as a young
man.
I can tell you that for free. Division 2, Veda Parkville, as we know that the division is over. But there is, as I mentioned, there is promotion over the division. Glass are going up, and congratulate them. Fair play to them for going back up into the first division. Division 1 Cup semi-final. I called it last week, Papa. Ballymurphy turned the corner.
Tough place to go.
I didn't realise that's a return fixture from a game week previous where there was floodlight failure for 50 minutes.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, I found it out. And
in Ballin, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, and then it was brought back to Ballymurphy, who no one likes to go to Ballymurphy, do they? And I don't think it's a bad thing, it's a good thing for a club. No one likes to go, like the Plots, no one likes to go to the Plots side.
It's a tough place to go to get results, yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing if you're the home team.
Well, teams knowing that is a good thing for the home club, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Fair play to Ballymurphy there. I think they finished second from bottom in the league, but it was a great second half of the season. They're in the cup final over the weekend, I think.
I think they've only lost 2 games since Christmas.
Yeah, that could be right, yeah.
I think. Thomas Doyle scored for them again. Still scoring goals well.
Thomas Doyle, yeah, he's there longer.
Evergreen.
He's there longer than Ballin Hill, that's the truth. Yeah. He's some man. Great man. Thomas was in the Oscar trainer with us years ago.
Yeah.
He came in for, when I was in it, he came in. He was at Ballymurphy at the time as well. And he's a great servant to the club.
I think, as far as I know, in Carlow Junior Soccer, he only has ever played for Ballymurphy, has he? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, well, I don't remember playing with anybody else.
Yeah, either do I. Unless he had done juveniles maybe with Bridge or something.
Maybe, I don't know. But anytime I played against Ballymurphy, he was the number 9.
Yeah, good player.
Played centre half too, or centre forward. He could do both.
Did he play centre half?
Yeah, played centre half a few games, yeah. Good player.
Yeah. Premier Cup, Cretty Yard bet Pats. Another 1-0 for Cretty Yard. I wasn't at the game. I got word that a few harsh decisions led to Cretty Yard's goal. Pats had a goal disallowed. Missed a couple of chances. However, I would say Pats are capable of beating them, but in 6 games, Cretty Yard have won the 6 games. And as I said in the very first episode, there's only one place to point the finger, and it's yourself. And Cretty Yard move on in the Premier Cup.
Is that their first 1-0 this year, is it?
No.
Fair play to them. I believe, I was talking to people, neutrals at the game, and I believe that from the news I was getting, so if it's lies I'm telling you, it's lies I'm told, that Pats played very, very well.
Yeah.
A realistic score in the game. The Pats should have won the game, I believe. But Cretty Yard do what to do.
If buts and maybes though, Pop, there's no point in saying, I said it to you, there's no point in going out and playing great football and we can't put the ball in the back of net. But like I heard comments that Pats aren't capable. I would disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I know from talking to Badger over the last couple of days, who would be a placid man when it comes to negative results against him. He'd always see the positive. he's fuming. Like, he knows that was left behind. Not a kind of way. Massive game here. Parkville Vale Wanderers in the Premier Cup. 7-0 to Vale.
I don't know what it is. Sean Smithers got 6.
6
And I
goals.
was talking to someone who was at the game, and there was 2 standing finishes from outside the box.
Yeah.
I think he had 7 chances in the game. He scored 6 of them.
Yeah.
Like, he's a proper finisher. Like,
Yeah.
People comment on his pace and they say, Jesus, he is fast, he's rapid, but the boy can finish. Like, 6 goals. Like, but Parkville haven't played a game of soccer, I think, since the cup final. Collection bet them 3-0 in the game after the Shield final. We played them. We were 2-1 up. We should have had it home and out. They got 2 late goals, 3-2. New York had an easy game against them, I believe, Wednesday night, 3-0.
Yeah.
Vale beat them 7-0.
Yeah.
Like,
and not even to go derogatory on Parkville, right? Obviously,
no.
clubs have reasons, but I reached out then to a connection I'd have in Vale, and the feedback I got was, well, I asked the question, Jesus, who are Parkville missing? And that's not even disrespect to Vale, just kind of 7-0 in the cup quarter, finally be thinking, wow. But the feedback I got from that person was that Parkville are missing no one, apart from the 2 debauches. They had everyone. So look, I don't know.
I think I'd say that's a record defeat for Parkville, I'd say. I don't remember a Parkville team being beat 7-0 by a team in Carlow. Maybe in outside competition, if they got the good Parkville teams years ago got a run in the competition, they might be getting a 4 or 5-1 or something like that, but I've never heard of a 7-0.
No.
6 goals for Sean Smithers, fair play. Whether you can only put the ball in the back of the net.
He's a super player, Popa.
Oh, he's a super player, yeah. Double hat-trick.
Super footballer, yeah.
Super guy, yeah.
Super guy, Superman. Carlow Cup, you were out against Newark, 3-1. Well,
yeah. Look, it was a real good performance by Hanover. 8 of the starting 11 was 22 years of age or under.
I've seen that online.
You know, it's brilliant, like really good. And then we brought in Aaron Cunningham Burke, who's 16.
Yeah,
he come on and he I'm not saying he made a big difference, but you wouldn't think he was 16 the way he came onto the field, looking for the ball and going by players. And fantastic. It wasn't. We had about 20 minutes. They scored a goal. We gave away a sloppy goal from a cross, just a simple cross in, got a goal at the back post. But then we equalised to make a 1-1. We had a good chance to go 2-1 up, and we had about 20 minutes spell when you walk weren't at it. And we had a couple of set pieces. The ball should have been headed back across the box. These little decisions in the box make the difference when you walk and header back across the box and get a goal. And that's the difference at that level at the moment. It was 1-1 about 65 minutes. And I was standing at the back of the goal, obviously, but I thought the pass was offside. But the referee can't see everything, obviously.
You suspended, were you?
Yes, leave it. Don't go there, Bodge.
Were you?
Yeah, I was, yeah. 3 games.
That's the first time you got suspended.
It is,
Is it not?
No, it's not, no.
You don't have a history getting suspended.
No, it's not. Well, no, I don't.
Did Dacker lose his voice or something today? You got suspended?
No. Dacker was cool that way. I just had an argument with the referee, and that was it, basically. And I couldn't attend the meeting. I was in doing bag, playing a bit of golf, and the manners, you know, as we do. But it was. Look, Podge, I tell you what it was. It was a 3-1 game. It was tight. Hanover played first well, and it was the best Hanover played against York this year. We played them twice, and they beat us 5-0 twice.
Okay.
And this was a performance that the boys are disappointed in, which is a reflection of where they've come from, where they've been last year.
Do you know when you go in them games, Pop, and say, and I've seen it with Pats over the last couple of years, where you're probably well in a game, but you're on the wrong side of 2-1 or 3-1, right? How important is the reaction?
Well, the reaction is this Sunday night against Kilree, isn't it?
But even okay, I get that. Absolutely, that's a generic answer. I get it. But even going into training, like I'd always know how you're going to play the following week by the reaction. Even the activity in a WhatsApp group, or even lads putting thumbs up and.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I think that makes a player the reaction to go back into the field.
The last thing you want to do is send out a message for training after getting bet 3-1. I'm disappointed to be bet 3-1.
Yeah,
is a lot of thumbs down in the group, isn't it? You don't want to see that.
100%.
Like, you want to get a good session, two sessions before the next game, which is Sunday. But going back to the match, I thought the pass was offside. The player looked offside, but no one on the field would have picked the pass, only Dean Kelly. What he done? Like, I think it was his left foot, and everybody was looking for the ball to be drilled across the box, and he dinked it over absolutely everybody. And then he walked strikers to the back post and headed it in 2-1, and then 5 minutes later, a mistake. bobbled in the box and 3-1, and then we had a good chance to go 3-2. Look, the boys played very well.
Yeah.
You know, and they've come on leaps and bounds from last year, Podge.
Well, I suppose it's detriment to yourself, you know, the fact that you've kind of turned that around. I don't know if detriment's the right word, but the fact you've turned that around from where you were last year into...
It's only a plus, and I can only thank Dacker, Trevor and Stuart for coming in and helping me, because last year was a struggle. I had to play myself, in Premier games, and barely have 11, and starting games at 10, hoping someone would come to make 11, this kind of thing. But the object would stay up, and we done that, and we achieved that.
Yeah.
And this year is a massive improvement. Next year, I know already, will be another improvement again.
How would you have taken relegation if you had went down?
Just accept it, Podge, and build again. Don't give in. Go look for youth, rebuild. But unfortunately, didn't have to face that, thank God. But it's not. I know how hard the Division 1 is to get over, because Hanover started there, and it's tough. Once they come over, they never went back into it.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough one to get over.
It's like the championship in England, isn't it?
Yeah,
no one wants to win that championship in England.
Yeah, I've been in
it's so tough.
That Division 1, I was with Vale.
It's not easy.
And we were flying and going really well and beating teams, Premier teams in the Shield and things like that. And
there's a lot of battles.
You just get caught in the battle pop. Yeah,
there's a lot of battles.
And you neglect nearly almost our approach to the game,
yeah,
or how we play the game, because you're just caught in that battle, and the game is won in the grey in your mind rather than on the field.
It's easy. It's a lot easier to forget a system that you're being done in training in Division 1. In regard to you do your training sessions, you do your drills, and set up the team. Here's the way we go, and all of a sudden it's more of a battle in Division 1.
Yeah,
and the system sort of goes out the window.
Yeah,
where if you stick to the system in the Premier, you'll get more results, basically.
Well, I think it's two teams go with that systematic approach.
Yeah,
isn't it? But in the First Division, I'm not saying the Premier is not results based, right? But the First Division is almost a lot more to offer in relation to get into that Premier.
Yeah.
So the games become watertight.
Absolutely, yeah.
They're watertight, and it's lockdown.
Yeah.
And it's a set piece is going to win the game.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a long throw could win the game.
Yeah.
It's a big diag could win the game. Like, it's not building out from the back into your 6, opens out, fizzes out to a full back arriving.
No.
It's
was,
not
was
that.
Was Burn the only Astro pitch in Division 1?
Yeah, I would think so.
It could be.
Yeah, I would think so. But look, I know from being with Vale, we were Division 1, we had the Astro for the majority of my time there, right? But it doesn't matter if the team you're playing against is sticking down your throw from 70 or 80 yards.
That's it.
What do you know what I mean? Forget about your Astro.
No.
Do you know? Moving on. Youths Cup final, Popa.
It's over at it, yeah. Yeah, best team won.
I heard that.
Best team won, yeah.
There was a savage crowd down.
I'm saying 300 people.
That's crazy for youths, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm saying and it was a brilliant decision that the two teams agreed to lay it in pads.
Absolutely.
Because it was a great... Two teams from one parish.
Yeah, well, it says...
And played on a fantastic pitch. And even at half-time, it felt like a cup final. Music on at half-time.
Brilliant.
Kids in around the shop.
Brilliant.
Jelly was busy in the shop. Oh.
Jelly told me that it's the biggest...
Like Chinny Holland in the shop.
He told me that it was the biggest takings on the card on tap that they've done. It was outrageous, he said.
I got a cup of coffee and a bar of chocolate off him on the way down.
Did he charge you?
Or double.
Devil.
Yeah. But no, there was some crowd. I couldn't believe the crowd there was, and fair play to them. It was a fantastic occasion. But the game itself, Podge, was a proper game. Like
I heard it started off.
The midfield three for Pats, best part of the game.
Yeah.
Phoenix were hugely dangerous from set pieces. That centre half, Aidan Bradley, was brilliant.
Big man.
Big unit, yeah.
Good player.
The bench for St. Pat's was stronger than Phoenix. Two of the subs came off the bench for Pats and scored.
Okay.
The best player in the field was Jan. He got the man of the match. It was rightly so. If St. Phoenix would have won it, they might have given it to Aidan Bradley because he was the best player for them.
Yeah.
Jaden Kelly's set piece delivery was brilliant. But the midfield three for St. Pat's were miles better than the midfield three for St. Phoenix. St. Phoenix won the league, and I'm not going to say cocky, but they were confident they were going to win that game because...
Well, I don't think it's any denying Pop, they were favourites.
Yeah, they were favourites.
I'm St. Pat's, and I could tell you St. Phoenix are favourites.
Yeah, no. But no one can have arguments with the result of the game.
Yeah.
You know, like they scored, young Aidan Bradley scored a brilliant header to equalise, and then Pat scored the size of the goalkeeper, the defender jump, or the striker for... I can't think of his name. He's a sub. He came on, jumped up higher than the goalkeeper and wanted to go 2-1 up. And then young Bradley made a great run to put him up centre forward the last 5 minutes.
havoc.
To cause havoc, basically, and go direct. And he actually made a great run with the ball on the ground, and he toe poked to the head of the defender and got fouled, and it was a penalty.
Yeah.
And young Roland Sanny stood up and buried the penalty in the extra time. They had I think they had one chance in extra time, but it would have been unfair for Pats not to win the Youth Cup final.
I heard the ball for Pat's winner was an absolute
great
huge
pass. Yeah, it was right on the money.
Yeah,
it was right on the money. Yeah, it was a great pass. But it was impressive. Pats, the football they played.
That's
a couple of great footballers in it.
That's the first youths Pats have won in 10 years. First
Is it
Youth
10
Cup.
years? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The last one was 2014. I think Toby was the captain. I do believe it's the last time they got their hands on it. I was always an advocate for the Youths League. I think it's a fantastic league.
Yeah.
I think it's an extremely competitive league.
It is, yeah. It's good.
And I think it's great that teams aren't winning doubles in the league. You know, everyone wants to win the double, but I think fact that you have different winners in the cup and different winners in the league.
Well, Felix won the league and deservedly so. We always say that the best team wins the league. That's it.
Yeah, well,
and a cup final can go either way, and whoever was up for the most normally wins it, unless they get unlucky. And I think Pats were a little bit up for more than St. Felix at the weekend.
Yeah, look, and I wouldn't even say the preparation from the Felix side was that we're going to go and hammer Pats. I think Tasco because they drew with them earlier in the year.
Oisin Ayres has done a fantastic job with that team, and he's a great club. And I've great time for Shane Deere and PJ Nolan, who are great clubmen for them as well. Do you know what I mean? Supermen, and they have done a great job in regards to supporting them and getting a committee on board and trying to get a pitch going and all this kind of thing. And fair play to them. But Oisin has done a great job, and I don't know. Paul White is the chap over St. Pat's, I think, is it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know him personally now, but they've played really, really well Saturday.
Yeah, they're nice to play a nice brand. We've had a good few in with us now the last month and a half, and sure Jan played a good bit for us.
I think Jan played with Felix as well, did he?
I think he did, yeah. I think he did juvenile.
He was box to box.
He's a good player. A
and
leader.
Always the man ran in behind, won headers, played in the 6, played in the 8, played in the 10, did everything. He was the best player in the field.
I really like Alex Downs, that plays under half for Pats.
Yeah.
I really like him.
I was very impressed with Aidan Bradley now.
Yeah, he's a good player as well.
He was really good.
Yeah, but look,
and the fullback for Felix was excellent, but he was booked.
I think that's Scott Rycroft's younger brother, is it?
I think
he's one of the fullbacks, is he?
Yeah, I'm not sure who it was now, but he had a really good game, and then he got a yellow card for something, and they took him off after that. But great game. Some crowd, great game. But even the music at half time, Podge, it felt like a cup final. It was just an atmosphere there, and the atmosphere at half time matched the crowd was at the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was a super crowd, and kids free, adults a fiver, shop was buzzing, pitch was buzzing, crowd was buzzing. Felix on one side, St. Pat's on the other. No incidents whatsoever in regards to discipline and like that. Yeah. Really good job by the referees, and away you go. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think from a Greg Cullen perspective, being a Greg Cullen man, right, I think to have two teams at that level playing the Youth Cup final in Greg Cullen to draw that crowd, you can't measure that, Papa.
No.
And you can't measure that for the development of football.
No.
Not only in Carlow, in Greg Cullen, the fact that you have two youths, because a lot of them lads would have played either way,
Yeah, of course.
Down through the years.
There's a lot of good friends, I'd say.
Yeah, a lot of them will be friends, a lot of them go to school with each other. I think it's great.
That's great.
I think for it to go without a hitch, and look, and even if Felix won it, I'd be saying the same thing.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely.
But it was a great decision to put it in St. Pat's. But even though St. Pat's was in the final, it didn't feel like a home venue for St. Pat's. It felt like a great venue for a cup final.
Yeah, well, I think
if you came there as a neutral, you would genuinely say, what a venue.
Yeah.
First time ever walking into that pitch, you'd say, what a venue. Music at half time, music before the boys warming up. And I played over there in the 35s Cup final, music going.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you feel like a young lad again. You want to give me the ball, give me the ball. Genuinely you would.
Yeah.
And music buzzing before a ball is kicked. Great game. Music at half time, music at 90 minutes for extra time, and just really, really good atmosphere. But if you came as a neutral, Podge, it was a fantastic occasion. Fair, and to the people who were, like, the car park was done right, shop was done right, the governor was at the gate, Fran. Do you know what I mean?
The one and only.
Yeah. And but in regards to the game, St. Pat's deserved it under there.
Well, look, congratulations to both teams.
Yeah.
The fact that
great
you have
season. One won the league, one won the cup.
I'll be biased, Papa. The fact you have a league and a cup in Greg Cullen, I think, is only a good thing. And I'd be an advocate for that. If we could get them all in Greg Cullen, it'd be great. But look, anyway. Moving on, Papa. As I said at the start, we set ourselves a little task, right?
Headache.
So everyone loves the best 11, don't they?
Well,
Everyone
they do,
loves
yeah.
the best 11. I love listening to lads' best 11s. There could be a lad talking about best 11 about players that I wouldn't even know, and I still like listening about it. So here's a task, Popa. So myself and yourself are going to pick our best 11.
Yeah.
Now, it's not an all time. It's not a greatest 11 of all time. For me, it's the best 11 I've coached,
Yeah.
right? And I can't include academy players. So it's from,
That was the rule, yeah.
so it's the realm of Pats, FC Carlow, I was with for a while, and Vale Wanderers, right? So I can only pick players within that realm. For you, you can only pick players you played with,
Yeah.
right? So I want you to start. I want you to do your 11 first.
Oh.
Now, I might stop you and ask you a couple of questions
Yeah.
along the way.
Go ahead.
So first of all, talking through the shape and the reason behind it.
I'm 4 days at this, Podge. You text me this on Thursday and I'm 4 or 5 days at it. It's a headache. I'm like, how can I leave him out? How can I put him in? This kind of thing. But I went with 3-4-1-2.
You're making up shapes.
No, I'm not yet. No. Back off.
Who
there now,
plays
Susie
3,
White.
4, 1, 2?
Well, this is the shape I played. Well, 3-5-2 you want to play, but there's no 6, there's a 10.
Oh, brilliant,
Right.
brilliant.
I say there's one player in both teams, which is a given. I don't know your team yet, but we'll have to put this on social media, Podge, later on. And
There's going to be
see which
Popa
team
versus
is, yeah,
Podge.
and
Yeah.
Popa versus Podge. That's it, the team.
Yeah,
So I call out the team.
right.
Big Gavin the goal.
Shoe in.
That's it.
Say no more.
No more words about that lad. What a goalkeeper. Back three.
Yeah.
On the right, Davy Walker. In the middle, Blackjack. And on the left-hand side of the tree, Colin Whelan.
Colin Whelan would have been Hanover.
Colin Whelan would have been Hanover and you walk.
Good player.
What a player. Got injured. Had to finish too early.
Yeah. Big centre half fair here. I know him.
He is... How can I describe him? The way Andrew Corden, Lord of Mercy, and I played football,
Yeah.
running through lads like they were children, is the way Colin Whelan played soccer.
Nuts.
He could pick up the ball on the edge of his box and just go and score a goal. And you're like, where did that come off? Davy Walker's like Thiago Silva. It could be 40 degrees, cup final, it doesn't even sweat.
Where'd you play with Davy?
Play with Davy,
Stretford?
with the Oscar trainers, New York 35s. I'm not sure whether I played with Stretford or not.
He did have a spell at Stretford, right?
He did, yeah. Davy did, yeah.
Right, okay.
What a player. Cool as a breeze.
Yeah.
Cool as a breeze. Like just both feet, scores a header, always a couple of goals in the air. Love the tackle.
Not tall.
Not tall. None of the three. Like Colin Whelan would be the tallest of the three of them.
Would he be 6 foot, Colin Whelan? He would be. He's
maybe
big.
6'1", yeah. Like Blackjack is 5'8", I'd say. Davy 5'9" or 10 maybe. Three lads who can read the game, love a tackle, love to defend.
Yeah.
It's an insult to score against them,
Yeah.
and always good for a goal on the other end of the box.
Brilliant.
But three captains of their teams in their respective teams.
Brilliant.
That's the back three.
I can't argue with that. I've no
Right.
questions about that.
Well, move on.
Yeah, go on. Go
Right.
for it, man.
So I have 4 across the middle
Yeah.
with 1 in the 10. Right, so
So-
I've 4, like, so it's a 5 across the middle. So I've not like a triangle if you want to call it in the middle, but there's no 6.
Yeah,
have-
so it's 4-4-1-1.
4-4-1-2.
Oh, sorry, 3-4. Yeah, okay.
3-4-1-2.
Ah,
Sorry,
Papa, you'll have it, so,
No.
will you?
This is what you did to me.
Go on.
I'm 5 days
Come
trying
on
to do
anyway.
this. So
Just explain the midfield to me again, because look, I can talk football the best of them, but you have me now. So you have a 10,
I have a 10.
and you have 3 behind the 10.
I have 2 behind the 10
Right, okay.
and 2 wingers.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So either on the right hand side is Simon O'Shea,
Wing back.
wing back.
Yeah.
On the left hand side is Brian Carberry.
Would Carberry do wing back?
He can't do anything.
I'm surprised you have Simon O'Shea in.
No, I'm not surprised.
Oh, well, obviously you put him in
No,
there. I'm
I put him in,
surprised.
but I'll tell you why. He was the most unpopular man with other clubs because that was his game.
Right.
He didn't miss training. You're guaranteed 6 to 7 goals a year.
So Simon wouldn't be 40 yet, would he?
Simon he's playing 35 last year. I think he's 36 or 7 this year.
And there's nothing. He wouldn't know Grod to go back to play with you. Or...
You'd pull him through the letterbox. He's that thin.
Go ahead.
Honest to God, I'm not messing with you. He's fit as a flea still. He
Really?
was. Johnny Waters got all the goals for Hanover 35s last year, but Simon was their best player.
And is Simon not going to play with you, or bees? Or...
No, he sort of, after we won the league, he played 1 year after that, and then he had a little baby, and he lives in Naas.
Oh, okay,
And it was a
well,
big
that
trek
makes
up and
sense.
down and all
Yeah.
that, but he's a phenomenal player.
Yeah,
Like,
I would agree. Yeah, I think Simon's a good player.
The only negative on Simon is that he used to get a stupid yellow card for discipline in regards to arguing or throwing the ball away or something like that. But that was his negative. But always trained, very rarely injured, always texting me privately to say, we need to get a mission in the group. Just mad for training, mad for a game.
Okay.
Brian Carberry on the other side is just
magic.
Probably.
Would he defend Carberry? Yeah.
Oh, he could do anything for you. Yeah, like it's five. It's five of. The other three I have in the front three positions, none of them could play at the position he could. And Brian Carberry has to win my team. He's one of the best players.
I had the same problem.
Yeah, he's one of the best players I've ever played with. He was an outlet. He could play centre forward, centre midfield. He could do anything. Honest to God. He turned a hurl into a hockey stick. Yeah. He was phenomenal. Fit as a flea. Always just...
Super tidy as well, though.
Oh, my God.
I remember
people just always say about Brian would be a flair player. Brian is tough.
Yeah.
Brian got a lot of hardship. And he played football, county, got hardship all his life. Well, has been marked. He was man-marked all his life and still got the better of the player being man-marked.
Yeah.
Very rarely I've seen him dominate. Middle two.
Yeah.
Two gritty yard men.
Go on.
Jack O'Murphy.
Yeah.
And Budsy Marr.
Surprised by him, Budsy.
I'm not, because I'll tell you why. When I played in the middle of the field, gritty yard were winning league after league when you walk or win them now, right?
Yeah.
And Budsy, they had a lot of good players, but Budsy turned it on.
Well,
he was the main man for Newark for gritty yard winning the leagues. I played with Oscar Trainer with him, obviously. I didn't play with gritty yard with him, obviously, but I played Oscar Trainer with him for a couple of years. And people talk about him off the field more than on the field. On the field, he's an absolute phenom in regard. What he did to that gritty yard team is what Dean Kelly does to Newark.
Well,
that's a compliment to him.
I don't mean I'm surprised he's in the far that I'm shocked, right? I mean I'm surprised you put him in it because of the reputation he has off the pitch.
Well,
now, I am, but you're right. It's football is the winner here, right?
Football is the winner here, yeah.
And I would agree that he should be in any Carlow 11 because I think
unbelievable.
As much as lads are going to slay me for this, I think if you were doing a Carlow League player Mount Rushmore, I think Budsy Marr has to be in it.
He'd be in the greatest 11 of Carlow, I would no doubt.
Just the way
he
the way he stopped lines, the way he picked up balls, the way he played set pieces, the way he scored goals. You mentioned the first week, arriving late to areas that no one should be arriving late to.
He's guaranteed 10 to 15 goals a year from the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And as he got older, that Mikey came in and he was a 6. Shapes are changing. It used to be flat 4-4-2. Shapes are changing. Mikey came into a 6 and Mikey he was a freedom to let Budsy on. And that was at least a life for Budsy.
Yeah.
He arrived in the box as good as what Dean Kelly arrives in the box. And that's a compliment to him. Because I'd say Dean is probably the best junior player
Dean is up there,
I've ever seen.
Yeah, Dean is up there.
Jack O'Murphy then is just, you wouldn't remember Jack.
Don't know.
Brother of Rashers, the referee.
Yeah.
And he was the bee's knees.
Tell me about him.
He had everything, Podge. He had everything. If he wanted to get nasty with him, get nasty with him.
Smart, intelligent.
Both feet. Header, chest, pick it up off the defender, arrive late into the box. You wanted to fight, he fight you.
Is that at that time, Popa? So you obviously played against him at that time. So you're talking maybe mid-90s.
Yeah,
So are you going out against teams and it's all back to front? Like are you going out against teams and it's we have to win that 20 by 20 in the middle of the park, or we're not going to win the game? Like, or is it? Did you have the likes of a Jack O'Murphy dropping and take off centre half, or do you know?
Them days, Podge, it was flat 4-4-2. So we knew going out. 2 lads in the midfield against 2 lads in midfield. Now, sometimes Buddy played in the left that time. Jack was normally midfielder with his brother Rasher, maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
But it was flat 4-4-2, and it was like basically 2 strikers against 2 centre halves. Can you win that battle?
Yeah.
2 midfielders against 2 midfielders. Can you win that battle? The winger versus the fullback on one side, the winger versus the fullback. Who wins that battle? And the same going forward. And hopefully your goalkeeper makes a few saves in the game.
Yeah.
But to go to gritty yard was a nightmare then. It was such a hard place to go.
Tough.
There was more people at a game then than there would be nearly now.
But is it fair to say you would have still got down and played? I know you're
saying
saying it was a battle.
You would. No. Like Podge, I never played soccer. Like myself, I used to all say, I have to get down and try and play. Make the lads play around you.
Yeah.
Like, but the training was nowhere near as good. Do you know what I mean? The drills weren't nowhere near as good. Where now it's totally different. You're coming up and the warm-ups are different. It's just completely different.
Sure, the decisions were the same though on the pitch.
Oh yeah, well look, pick the pass, get in the score. But them times, Podge, there was more big centre forwards than small centre forwards.
So
you know what I mean? You could go along if you wanted.
Yeah, I get you.
Do you know what I mean? You could go a long time.
I thought you'd have Niall Byrne there.
Killer?
Yeah.
No.
Must have been close.
He was close. Yeah, he was. They call him Killer for a reason. But he was a great player. But I just think the boys are better footballers.
Okay, unlucky Niall.
You know, so it's like I said to you, like there's players I've coached who, if I was allowed to pick the team and players I coached, I could. I'm leaving out.
Team, but we'd have already won the league. Picture.
Well, I'm leaving out with Phil, and Graham Delaney's one of the greatest strikers I've ever seen.
Lucky.
I know. Yeah. You don't feel sorry either. So in the 10, Alan Kelly from Ballin, Rolls Royce.
Mentioned quite a few times now, right?
Very, and anybody that mentioned him, there's huge respect for the man. Doesn't get involved in ill-fated things, you know what I mean, off the ball. Really good. 15 goals is a bad season from 20 goals is a bad season from.
Yeah.
You know, just
that's
top,
crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, top player. Top, if you kept Alan, the mark respect I give to Alan is if you can keep Alan scoreless, you have a good chance of beating Burn Celtic. But the chance, if he was on his game, that's virtually impossible.
So in relation to him playing that 10, you talk about a modern 10 where he's he's coming right in, you're not saying false 9, you're saying come in as far as you want to get on it.
No, so the two boys in the middle of the field will be Jacko and Buds.
Yeah.
So when we have it, they play as 2 8s.
Yeah, okay.
Alan will be in the 10.
Okay.
When we lose it, Alan drop back into an 8, one of them go to a 6.
You gotcha.
Do you know that kind of way?
Gotcha, yeah.
And the 2 boys up front would be Christy Sullivan, who Pat Tim has mentioned.
Yeah.
Caught Christy on his later days.
Was he still that good?
He was a class act, yeah. He didn't miss.
What age was he?
Sure, he was 30. He would have been close to, I don't know, 36 or 7 or 8, maybe, I don't know. Maybe 40, yeah. Fag before half time.
40 then is a different 40 now.
Oh, different 40 now, yeah. But didn't really train unless it was a kick about in the youth centre.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't have AstroTurf then, Pod, you know.
You're
putting into the barrier if you're getting tick in the youth centre. Christy Sullivan, yeah. So he's one of the all-time greats in Carlow. You heard Pat Tim was talking about him last week saying he's the greatest finisher he's ever seen.
Yeah.
And you could turn around and genuinely go to a cup final and you see Christy playing or playing in a game and you're like, what's the score? It's 3-2 to Stretford. But they're crap. Christy's after getting a hat-trick.
Go ahead.
That was just the difference.
Half chances, quarter chances.
Absolutely. He took penalties, but free kicks was just placed and the goalie.
Did he create his own chances?
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. He's a great man to drop the shoulder. If he checked the defender to see, oh no, he's not to make a mistake here. No, he's going to lunge in.
He's after leaving me again,
and he's gone.
Yeah, I get you.
And he gets in his both left to right foot. Very good.
Yeah, brilliant.
And the other centre forward then has to be Aidan Cooney.
Mighty?
Yeah.
Mighty
was. I remember going over looking at a cup final in the Meadows, and I think Pats were playing Parkville. I'm really sure it was Parkville. Yeah.
I remember it well.
And when I walked in, it was a couple of minutes left for the game, and a great friend of mine who unfortunately didn't make the team was Adam Flynn. I got a straight red after 5 minutes.
That's right.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Ross Mulley was playing for St. Pat's.
He came on,
did he?
Yeah.
But he scored a goal up into the car park end in the second half.
It's the best goal I ever seen scored in the Meadows.
And it was the closest thing to a scud missile from a human's foot I ever seen.
He was nearly on the sideline, man.
It was drilled from 35 yards into the top corner.
It was the best goal I ever seen scored in the Meadows.
My God. But in that game, Aidan Cooney, when Flynn was sent off, Flynn was obviously centre forward. Aidan Cooney occupied 4 defenders on his own for the whole game. And I remember looking at the game and it was about 85 minutes gone. And you're talking good players, David James, Pat Keogh, proper centre halves, Rookie Roach, Mick Roach, Cobbs Cody, Kevin Lynch, Kevin Marr.
That was a proper Parkville.
In the corner.
Yeah.
He was in that corner longer than lads were in Electric Picnic. I'm not messing with you. He could have pitched a tent in the corner. He must have kept it for 9 minutes in the corner on his own. There was lads up on his back and he won free after free, throw in, free, and all of a sudden the referee blew the whistle, it was over. But Damien O'Brien as well, I had to mention him that day. He had a great game. He was up and down the lane non-stop.
Damien O'Brien was a great soccer player.
He was a great soccer player, yeah. But Aidan Cooney was different gravy as well. And I played Oscar Trainer with Aidan, and he was just so intelligent. He's one of the most intelligent players. Like, he's standing on your foot when you're about to jump, and you're like, put you off balance.
Yeah.
So clever without giving away free.
But he wasn't the biggest, right?
No.
No. He actually took over Pat's years ago. I think we'd left Kilkenny, and I was going in. I met him down in Pat's, and I was going to go in and coach with him. I was quite looking forward to it. But he's a fireman, right?
Yeah.
Or he was a fireman at the time.
He is a fireman still. Yeah.
I just couldn't commit to it.
No.
Just couldn't commit to it. But I think he would have been a great.
I do have a point with Mary Swap and Tommy Keaton. They're great company still.
Yeah.
But that is my 11. Yeah.
So here, like, I think it's fair to say it's a tasty 11.
It has everything, Podge.
Any honourable mentions?
The biggest respect I can give to Blackjack Kavanagh is that he'd be my captain in that team.
Right. Okay.
And that's how much I admire that man.
Brilliant.
And I'm not being, well, I am being not biased. It's not biased because I'll tell you, people respect him from every other club that he played against. He tell you himself he's not the most talented.
Yeah.
But he's without a shadow of a doubt the most determined.
Mm.
There's no one more determined than him. He's a phenomenal.
He's steel.
He's 5'8" and he's the best header of a ball I've nearly ever seen.
Yeah.
He drives lads on. If you're not doing it in training, I didn't have to say it. Dakar don't want to tell you that. Me and Dakar doing. Andy Larkin used to do the strength and conditioning. Eddie Darcy do the drills, and then if it wasn't happening, me and Dakar step in. But it wasn't that. Sometimes Blackjack could just take over the drills. Hey, we're not at there, lads. We're the players. They're the coaches. They set up the drills. Time for us to go here now.
Yeah.
You're not doing your job either, am I? Come on, let's go. And the game would go up a level.
Who was close to getting in?
Who's close? Well, obviously I couldn't pick Craig Comerford. He would have been in it.
Didn't play with him?
No, I didn't play with him, but he would have been in it.
Play him Oscars, no?
No, I asked him. I thought I did. I asked him today.
I asked him.
I did. I had to ring him today and tell him. Ask him. Ask him if you don't believe me, yeah. Ray Regan.
Yeah.
Ray Shannon.
I thought Ray be in there.
Jamie Farrell.
Jamie Farrell was a great player, wasn't he?
Great player, yeah. Ross Townsend.
Oh, Rossi's top class. Paul.
Yeah. Talk a lot. Pacquiao. Unbelievable centre half. Kevin Maher. Adam Flynn.
Pacquiao Slaney, was he?
Pacquiao was Tullow.
Tullow.
Yeah. Quiet as a mouse.
Yeah.
Played centre half beside DJ. Kevin Lynch played middle of the field then with Kevin Maher. And then Ray Shannon played up front with Jamie Farrell. And they had...
Neil Field in around that team, was he?
Flaky.
He would have been young enough.
Yeah, he was a bit young, yeah.
No, he had a stint over
and he had
Newcastle.
another Emmett feeling as well, did he?
Emmett was good, but Emmett was really... I had Emmett at FC Cardiff.
Yeah, no,
really
I never even thought of Neil Fielding, being honest.
Yeah.
Good player, but I just think...
Quiggs, Claude, you play with Quiggs?
Quiggs, yeah. Good player too, but I don't think he'd go into that team.
I know, you picked him, man.
Yeah, I
just... trying to curveballs.
Yeah, I was trying to think of other clubs. I played against a lad years ago, but name of Paul Foster from Bottinglass, and he was 30 goals a year, man.
Yeah.
He just stopped playing. I don't know where he is now, and he would have been one of the best.
Really?
Super player. Yeah, when Hanover were coming up starting, I was playing sweeper at the time, and he was playing centre forward.
You played sweeper?
Played sweeper, yeah. At the start, when I played youths, and then I went into the middle of the field. Yeah, myself. Yeah, I played sweeper, but he was a really good player, but he didn't play enough. I didn't catch, like, Owen Jordan was a super player. Gary Powell was a super player for Stratford.
Lovely left foot.
Beautiful left foot, yeah. Really good player. Like, just players from Hanover, like Phil, Swanee, Graham Delaney is different gravy, like.
Yeah.
Like, he was just an absolute baller. But I didn't play with him.
Paul Gibbons?
Gibbo was good, but he wasn't as good as them three boys. You know?
It's tough on, isn't it?
Yeah, like you say, Gibbons is a class act. Really, really good. And he was Mr. Stratford.
Yeah.
You know, he really was. And he was the one that up for the battle all the time.
Yeah.
Proper centre half.
Yeah.
Like, you're coming in fit, you're going out with a mark. Like.
Yeah.
I tell you who was close to Lord Merchant. Paul McCarthy was close to the left side.
Right.
Played with Stratford. Proper, like, grind his teeth at you. Do you know what I mean? Like, Chinneby. Or, come on now.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Like, he'd make you go, like.
Okay.
Like, he'd fire you up, the hair be standing in the back of your neck.
I don't know him.
Listen, he's Lord, he died now. Lord, he died of cancer, I think. But
God bless him.
Really, really good player, yeah. He was close to it. Craig Comfort would have been in it for me, but I didn't play with him. I had to ring him today. I thought I caught him at the end of my Oscar trainer at the start of his. But
I say you just missed him, did you?
Yeah, he informed me. He said no. I said my first year was the Oscar trainer for Tom Donnelly, and that's when Tom Donnelly.
You were coaching.
Tom Donnelly asked me to go in as coach with him. So that's 11 years ago. So that was it. But Yeah, there's... Jesus.
So look, I can't pick.
That was my 11 anyway, Pat. So,
Yeah, I think it's very impressive, Popa. And we'll come after I pick mine. We'll have a little discussion on mine against yours, right?
Okay.
I'm not too awful with the one I picked, but anyway, after that team. So I can't pick players that I would have coached at academy, right? So again, it's from a pool of FC Carlow, St. Pat's and Vale Wanderers. I'm going to start with honourable mentions, right? Because I can't pick academy players. I'm going to lose out on Danny Doyle, Keane Doyle, Robbie Kane, Brandon Kelly, Danny Bulger, Ethan O'Neill, Toby Jamal, etc., etc., etc. In lads that I did that didn't get in, Dominic Byrne.
Yeah.
Unbelievable player. Peter Brannigan, Blondie.
Yeah.
Stevie B, as the boys called him. Great soccer player. Clacker didn't get in, Connor Clack. Quigley didn't get in.
Great time for Clack.
Andrew Townsend had a Vale. Gange, very good, didn't get in. John Miley, Craig Styler Doyle, Brian Beanie Doyle. That's the calibre player I've left out, right? Not to mention the John O or Jamie Moore didn't get in either.
Ooh.
So I'm playing a 3-5-2.
Okay.
I'm starting controversial straight away. I'm not putting Gavin in.
Oh my
His
God.
face has just dropped for those.
This is like the Ray Keane. Gigsy's not your team.
Yeah.
Gigsy.
I tell you why. We have Craig Doyle is playing a goal for us now, right? For Pats now, Craig is the best goalkeeper I ever seen to distribute the ball. His kicking is phenomenal, Papa. And I think, and he's very young, and this is coming from a coach's perspective. Gavin was outstanding, and again would be a contender for that Mount Rushmore of Carlow soccer. But Craig shades it for me. Not that he's better than Gavin. Not that he'll ever will have the same achievements as Gavin. I think a goalkeeper now is about what he can do with his feet rather than what he can say.
So your team is different than mine, but you coach these lads.
Yeah,
I've played with these lads. My team is I played with, yeah.
I've coached these lads. So and Craig is a great pair of hands. He can now train there 2 weeks ago with flat American footballs. Pumped him up and he was practicing American football kicking. He's thinking of going to a combine up north or something. I said the only combine you should be going is a combine harvester. So never mind. But he's brilliant. I think he's a great pair of hands.
Yeah, I've been involved in him yet now.
Yeah, good.
Seen him,
goalkeeper.
He's impressive. He's good.
Got goalie of the year last year, to be fair, or he won some more, or he made the team of the year, or whatever. I'm going 3-5-2.
Okay.
Back three, middle of the back three, Brian Maguire.
Right. Yeah.
Never seen him better pass. Unbelievable pair of steel bars to get around him. I've seen him outpace. We played Hanover and Pats. I can't think of the chap's name. Simon Doyle.
Oh, Simon, yeah.
Simon was rapid.
He was he was rapid, yeah.
Maguire bent for pass over. And technically very good at both feet and savage in the air. I've Hutchie beside him one side. Mark Hutchinson.
He's deadly, yeah.
Rolls Rice.
Oh, sure. He's in so much trouble with his back. But what a player.
What a soccer player.
Yeah, what a player, yeah.
And cut really short.
Yeah.
But Hutchie was top class.
Yeah, he was another blackjack.
He's the best centre half I've ever coached. Ever. I think he's brilliant.
I played with Hutchie too, yeah. He's
very good.
Very good, yeah.
Very, very good. Set pieces.
Yeah, he's another free kicks. He's another like a Davy Walker. He's like these lads are not 6'5" and 6 cm. Not like Gary Laney or Wexford. But they're small, but their timing is unbelievable.
Davy Walker's the other side of him. Like David FC Carlow.
Davy's brilliant.
Davy is brilliant. Yeah. But you know the common theme, but where is tall, right?
Davy loves no Snapchat. He sings me no Snapchat.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, doing the old stocking carpenters. You get no Snapchat. Loves a bit of foreigner, don't you, Dave?
I think a good defender needs to understand space and time and needs to have a low centre. You look at Tony Adams, like very tall, but played his game nearly hunched over. Hunchback of...
He was side on all the times, wasn't he?
Side on.
Yeah.
Never caught square.
No.
And look, talking about the three of them, very rarely bet in the air, first of all, for junior soccer.
Yeah.
But very rarely bet in the ground because of their defensive position. And they had that trick where if they were side on and the ball was crossed over, they had the ability and the feet to turn and go side on the other way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they can flip, yeah.
And that's... Listen, I'm coaching lads a long time. To get a defender to do that is quite hard. The amount of them that get caught or poke the toe out and they get caught on the other side then. But them lads were so cute, so low, so focused on the ball that when the worst side on, and the player that they were defending knocked it inside them, they could turn.
Yeah.
They could turn without tackling them and shadow them away from the goal, which I think is a massive skill in itself, right?
Sometimes the best defenders are defenders that can play in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
If you have a defender like Davy could step in the middle of the field,
Yeah.
so could Maguire and so could
Hutchie, absolutely.
in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
So they know to do that.
Yeah.
So that's when they're so aware defensively, because they just, oh no, I was going to the pocket there, no, he's going to miss the header. Ducks, gets over, back to the keeper, we start again.
But it's
very clever.
And it's I find it interesting even now with Pats, right, when you're coaching a back four. Like I do be saying to lads, when we're defending as a four, if the ball goes away from goal, as a four we have to go away from goal. We can't stand still, right? If there's no pressure on the ball, he'll drop, protect the goal, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Them three lads, you wouldn't have to say that. They
No,
just
no.
knew.
Yeah.
They understood space, they understood timing, and Blondie could have gotten there and he would have been nearly one of the same. Jono could have gotten there, he'd be nearly one of the same. And it's something that I think you can coach, is giving lads an understanding of time, space, area, when to press, when to drop. Do you know what I mean? I think it's brilliant. Moving on.
That's your back three.
That's me back three.
And your
Right wing back. You never thought I'd say this. Mikey Byrne. Had him with FC Carroll 20s.
Mikey's a good player.
Mikey Byrne is
Yeah.
a player.
Yeah.
Extremely intelligent footballer.
He isn't, yeah.
And when I had him at Carroll at that time, rapid.
Yeah, he was very fast.
Rapid. And loves a bounce. Like the ball could fly into Mikey from a centre half or a six and it'd bounce. He'd bounce it in and be gone for the second one. Like he was lethal.
Yeah.
Deliveries.
I remember when he was a chap playing, you think he played by Castle Rangers for a bit before.
Yeah.
It was, could have been after FC Carroll, before
Yeah, it
FC
was, yeah.
Carroll.
It was
Then he
after.
went to after, was it? I think because his family played
Yeah,
by
yeah,
or
yeah.
Carroll
Related.
Rovers, whatever they were.
Yeah.
But he was only a chap then, and he was like, he's a player.
Yeah. He was
He's
playing
good.
front for them, wasn't he?
Yeah,
And he was
probably
scoring
played
goals.
middle of the
every
field that time, yeah.
week. Yeah.
But he was box to box, like.
Yeah, look, it makes sense to me that he's gone into a Crit Yard team this year where Bud's identified him as a fullback or, right side of a tree or whatever it may be, because I think that's his best position.
Well,
I think...
like he's not getting any younger, is he?
No,
And he's so clever.
Yeah, I think he's extremely
he's clever.
football intelligent.
And when the ball is at his feet, he very rarely gives it away. It's always the right pass, like.
But the ticker for me with Popa is he's a master of the dark arts.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in the referee's ear and the good
He
ref.
refs the game.
He refs the game, yeah. Yeah.
Throw-ins,
Love that.
corner kick. I love that.
Yeah. I love
That's
it.
what caught us out on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what caught us out on Sunday. But
Left.
yeah, Mikey's in there, right wing back. Left wing back, Liam Byrne. Jelly. When I started with Pats, Jelly was starting with Pats in relation to being a player. I think he was 15, 16 years of age, and he's been a constant ever since.
Club servant, isn't he?
And you know what?
Hall of Fame.
A dream to coach, and wants to know and questions everything. Will give out to you if it's not good.
I wouldn't say he missed too much training either.
Never misses training.
No.
And he'd fleece you. If the manager's got to, Jelly would be telling you all about yourself there in a second.
Yeah.
Players hate him because he's always on to players. You're talking about blackjack. That's Jelly.
Well, that's my Simon O'Shea,
Do you
isn't
know?
it?
Yeah, that's Jelly.
Yeah.
Always on to lads. Loves a battle.
Yeah.
Loves a row. Jelly will be on the edge with lads in training, going to fight. On the edge.
So what's wrong with that?
Then you have like Denny Farr and nutmeg him twice and laughing at him. Like, you know what I mean? But I think he's great. I think he's a great servant.
I met Dinny last week, by the way.
Lunatic.
He got me name right, thank
Did
God.
he get your name right this time? Yeah.
Well done, Dinny.
Well, Dacker.
Remember that?
Yeah, that. Yeah, but Jelly is, he's I have great time for him.
yeah,
I think
Jelly
he's a
is
fantastic soccer player, and I really hope he finishes with something.
Yeah,
I really do.
he deserves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah.
And
no
he's
one a
Pats
big good.
to the core.
Oh yeah, he's a proper club man. Yeah.
He's brilliant, really good. Here's me sentiment, me CDM. Had him in Fail Wonders. Trevor Nolan.
Bagelstown.
Yeah, had him in Fail.
Is it in the six?
In the six.
Jesus.
He's the best six. It's hard to describe with Trevor, right? A fantastic soccer player, an unbelievable football brain, very strong, athletic,
Yeah,
right?
he's a big unit.
And a great player. But Popa, he's in the six. He's that smart. He never had to go and tackle a ball. He could stand in lines. I'd say he could do 10 turnovers in a game without tackling the player. Just understanding where the player is going to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Understanding where the ball is going to be clipped. Just standing in and
A great time for Trevor.
I mean, in the box, defending or attacking. unbelievable. But that screen, that fridge roll.
That's Cashew 6. When I played against Bagman,
He was a striker.
He was a centre forward.
Centre forward.
Yeah.
But that year with Vale, I had Jack Tracy and Jason Daly in the middle of the park and Andrew Townsend.
Yeah.
And I needed a Trevor Nolan and Poppy was out. We remember we went up to Dublin and we were in
He
the
was
dressing
directing
room.
him, was he?
Huh?
He
He
was-
was directing them, yeah.
Yeah.
He was, and he was sitting in the 6, but we went to the outside competition, bet a team up in Dublin, and he doesn't have to say it. His attitude is, if you're in a dressing room with me, I'm going to die for you.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck who they have.
Yeah.
I don't care who we're playing, lads. I'm
Love
gonna
an
die for
attitude
you.
like that.
Oh, it's brilliant. I'd love to get him on, actually. A really great time for him. I think he's doing a good job bagging his tone as well. He's still playing a bit, you know.
He's playing a
still
bit,
comes in.
35,
Still comes in around the first team as well. Seen him in a few match cards, but Trevor was excellent that
Doing a
year.
good job with that first team, him and Murt Mara.
Yeah, they are.
Done a good
They're-
job.
they're a very talented group.
So Trevor in the 6.
Trevor in the 6. Ahead of Trevor, Ross Townsend.
Proper player, yeah.
Rossi's brilliant. Yeah, everything, Papa.
Both
He
feet.
has
There's no
everything.
weakness in his feet, yeah. I used to love a battle against Ross.
He'd be taking the ball off a fullback.
Oh, he would,
He'd
yeah.
go and take a ball off a goalkeeper.
He's helping you all the time, isn't he?
Yeah, he'd get on the end of a cross.
He nearly...
He has everything. Great soccer
The last
player.
thing you want to do is go along with him. He hates going long.
Yeah.
He's like, no, get in the player. Come
Yeah,
on.
play. Oh,
Trust me,
play.
if I go
Get
look
down.
for it, I want it.
Play.
Yeah.
Play.
Yeah.
Absolutely super player. Great time from a great story about Ross. We got to a semi-final of a cup. We had to play in the walk on a Sunday morning. I was the manager and I asked Ross, are you all right for Sunday? I'm very busy with work. At the time I was doing a little bit of work in cabinet making myself right. And I said, Troy, can you help with anything? Yeah, call over Saturday morning. So I called out to his workshop Saturday morning, put a day's work with him, sanding and priming doors for him so that he couldn't play the game on Sunday morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, swear to God, yeah. He came and played. He was absolutely outstanding, yeah. Absolutely outstanding. But what a player.
He's a good player,
What
yeah.
a player,
Yeah.
Ross. Scored 10
He's
goals.
one of them lads you're playing against, and you have to be on your game to try and get the better of him.
Yeah.
Like I used to love battles against Ross.
Yeah, Ross loves it.
Yeah, Ross loves it, yeah. But you have to play well to have
Yeah.
and you enjoyable as well because he's a baller, like.
Yeah.
Like,
Great
I
player.
love playing against people like that. Great to playing games against people like that.
Mm.
And he's a really, really good midfielder.
Yeah. Great time.
Really, really good.
One of the best
Yeah.
I've coached anyway. Beside Ross, I think has been Carl League's best player for the last 15 years, Lee Murphy.
Yeah.
Great mate of mine. I had Lee with a little bit of FC Carlow and I had him at past 35s. Lee Murphy is a fantastic soccer player.
Yeah, I've so much admiration for that man.
Anyway you wanted, Papa. Lee,
Sure, he could play centre half or centre
Yeah.
forward or centre midfield. Like,
well, he could get it down and play. He could play, in relation to different shapes, different systems. He understands how to be a striker. He understands how to be a midfielder. He understands how
Gets
to
a goal
defend.
too.
He scores a goal.
Mm.
I seen him play for a walk against Pats, and he came in for a 50-50 against his best friend Gaich, and Lee absolutely folded him like a cheap suit.
On laundry day.
Unbelievable.
My God.
Like, that's the attitude though. But you love that, don't you?
Oh,
But that's Lee, you know.
but you're not friends in the field, eh? I always say that.
Fantastic
Yeah,
soccer player, Lee Murphy. Great player.
Yeah.
His biggest achievement is probably the 35s he won with Pats. or the under 13s double we won with Pats, one or the other. Anyway, up front, you mentioned him earlier on, Adam Flynn.
Oh, yeah.
Rolls
Mark Hughes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Flinner was brilliant.
Yeah, he's
Some soccer
so
player.
close to getting into my team, yeah.
And do you know what it is? Flinner knows soccer.
Oh, he loves it. Yeah.
He knows the game. He understands the game. Like, I've often had conversations with him and he'd be bamboozling me, like.
He's a student
You know,
again.
he's really, really, really good soccer player.
People wouldn't realise how much he loves soccer.
Terrible penalty taker.
Yeah, he wouldn't be great, no.
He's probably the worst penalty taker I've ever
Yeah.
seen. But in relation to sticking balls, winning balls, holding up balls, turning defenders, getting in
Yeah.
behind defenders, one-on-one, putting the ball away, he's dynamite.
I used to always find Adam rammed his heart when he was tired. He'd never give in.
Never give in.
No, his heart, like he was like, no, I'm doing this.
Never
It was like
give
as
in.
if he was. It was like as if it was not paid to do it, but it was just like this is. I want people to remember me for this.
Yeah.
And he rammed his heart. Such a good, what a top guy.
Nasty injury,
Yeah,
broke the leg, came back.
yeah.
Flinner's top class.
Like,
In the air, on the ground.
so you can do anything.
Like any defender he'd pin. Any defender he'd pin.
loves backing into you.
Loves it. Old
Loves
Dalglish.
Yeah,
Loves
it. And
leaning on you.
yeah, and
Brilliant.
the only way you could nearly get it is that if he was looking for that ball in defeat and you anticipated the midfielder passing it into him, that you took a chance
That's what I mean. Read
to
the
get
line.
ahead of him
Yeah.
and take it off him. But then he reacts to try and get it back.
But then
he
he
doesn't
would-
go, you're...
But then it's probably a case that he'd nearly shift over and stop your run, and then catch you altogether. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
like it's very hard to get around him.
Yeah,
Like.
yeah.
But yeah,
Great player.
I don't think you can have enough words for Flynn. Jeez, I think he's
No, I've-
really top class. One
big
of the best
fan.
I've worked with, to be honest with your coach. Next one is probably my favourite player I ever worked with, Chris Gall. Great time for Chris. I think
Yeah,
Chris
he's only
is a
back from
class
Australia,
act.
isn't he?
He's only back. He would have made it regardless of him coming back or not. But his game at football intelligence, he's so silky, Popa.
He glides across, yeah.
Very hard to tackle him.
He's a good player. I'm very impressed with Chris, yeah.
Great finisher.
I seen him
finisher.
in the Collection game this year when Pats played Collection. I went up to look at it. And I think he was only home from Australia. His first time, I think, Podge. First play, come on at half time.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think he was away for a year. He just glided. No,
He's 2 years away.
he had a bit of space in the middle of the field. Was he 2 years away?
Yeah.
He
him for 2
had a bit of
years, I think.
space in the middle of the field, but every time we went to press it, he just turned back the other way. Full back, get it back off, you open the space, go the other side, get into the pocket, into the 10, get the ball off him, make the pass in between the centre half, crossing the ball, nearly a goal. Well done, Chris. Everything's well done, Chris. Well done, Chris.
Yeah.
He was 45 minutes. He gave an exhibition of football.
But he makes the game so easy though.
Yeah, well,
Papa.
it was just, it's a simple thing with him.
But that's the
He
game.
works hard
It's
to
a
get into the
simple
right
game,
position.
right?
He doesn't wait for the ball to be in the position to go and get it then. He's have to get there.
Yeah.
And then it's easier to receive the ball.
Yeah.
He's such an intelligent footballer, yeah.
Yeah, and just to explain, like, he's not playing up top. Like, he's a free roll in that thing.
Stupid
So he can
system.
go
guys.
on it whatever way he
You go on
wants.
with that. I thought you were a coach.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's a great system.
Are you qualified?
Yeah.
In what?
Coach. Yeah. but yeah, he's a free roll in it. What do you think of that 11?
Yeah, I think you're getting better.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Easy, no?
Not easy, no. It's probably it's a 3-1 to me.
3-1 to you.
I think it's a 3-1 to me, yeah.
What we're going to do, Pop, is we're going to put it out onto the interweb, out on the socials.
We'll have to have it, yeah.
And we'll see where it goes from there. Where do you think you capitalise on that team that I've called out? Where do you think you beat us?
Experience. A lot more experience.
So generic.
Yeah.
Where do you think you beat us? Experience.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like an interview for a job, isn't
No,
it?
but it's, yeah. Well,
Why do you think you should work at McDonald's? I think the experience of having hamburgers down
nicer than Soup Max. No, it's I think there is experience in mine, but
I'm going to give you one.
there's
No, you're
legs.
not. You're not
There's
going like
legs in
this.
yours.
I think technically my team beats your team. I think we shared possession.
I think you would never seen Jacko play.
That's a fair point. And
And
I
I don't
probably didn't see Alan play as much either.
Like apart from, even though I'd say Blackjack is more admiration, he's probably the only. He can play a ball, but he's not a natural baller.
Did you think about putting yourself in there?
I never picked myself in a team.
Would you not?
No, never. Even when I'm over golf.
What are you winking for?
I am, yeah. No, I wouldn't. No. I just think when your boys in your pump in their best
Yeah.
game against my lads in my pump in their best.
Where would you get one over on us? Like where would you? I know you said experience, but
Middle tree.
0-0, 20 minutes left.
Who's your two? Who did you say the two? Flynn and Chris Gall.
Flynn with Chris Gall with free roll, so Chris can come in and create the overload in the middle.
They're not scoring.
Okay, not scoring.
Not scoring off them three.
Would you think we create chances?
And then have Darren Curtin in the goal.
Yeah.
Great chances, yeah. You'd have a bit of possession maybe in the back line if we let you, because the boys.
If we want you to have.
Yeah, no, but Christie's game wasn't closing down defenders.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's Cooney's either. But when the ball was in play, come to them, they didn't lose it. Like Christie might get 4 chances in the game. He's a hat trick though.
It'd be a fair battle.
Be very good battle. Very good battle. And Alan Kelly is worth a couple of goals a game. Brino is just Brino. Simon O'Shea is the defensive side is more defensive. The right side is more defensive, and the left hand side, Brino will be bombing forward. Shift.
How do you balance that?
Well, sure.
Are you saying that one of the three goes out into full back? Is that what you're saying?
That's the difference. If Brino goes, Alan Kelly drops over. He played left side midfield for the Oscar trainers. He played
You know, you're just describing like an outraged rotation.
Well, it's just
You're never coaching that.
no.
You want to be full time.
If I had that team, I wouldn't work. I wouldn't be a postman. Tell you that. No,
It's funny when you're sitting down and do these things. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. You probably have a broader wealth of players than I do, considering I only work with 3 clubs, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, but even for me, sitting down to pick it, I was kind of like, the amount of players I'm leaving out here.
Oh, it's so like.
I'm going to ask you, how many times did you pick it, and then went off to do whatever, and then had a thought, I fucking forgot about such and such.
Yeah, I had 4-4-2, I had 3-5-2.
So did
I had 4-3. I had absolutely everything. And then I was like, he's not a proper left full, does he?
I was quite funny.
Not putting a centre half left full. He's not a left full.
Yeah, but different shapes.
But he has to go into team, and then I changed the shape, and it was like,
Yeah.
just pick your 3 best central defenders, and the 3 of them were brilliant. No, Colin Whelan didn't play enough because he got injured. It was like Hutchie, for the same situation as Hutchie, but he was just a phenomenal footballer. He was unbelievable, Patch.
But
People
like,
don't realise how good he was.
But in relation to different shapes, like when I done 3 or 4 different shapes as well. It was a very different team every shape, like it was different personnel.
Oh yeah, like there's 2 lads close to in my team that's in your team.
Yeah, I know.
Which is Flynn,
Yeah, and Davies
Ross Townsend was close.
Yeah,
and Hutchie.
Yeah,
was
Hutchie's
close.
very good. Do you know who was brilliant, Popa?
But I played a couple against Hutchie, and then he trouble with his back, unfortunately. But some footballer.
I had a chap playing for us, Buddha. You remember Buddha?
No.
Would have played for a centre half. He came from youths into us. What a soccer player. Moved
Was
to
he?
England. Oh, Popa, he was outstanding. Outstanding.
The only thing I'm saying I'm disappointed about is that I have no one from Parkville in it. And when I played,
Well, Neil Phelan was close to mine now.
well,
Neil
the
was close to mine.
the closest to mine was Ray Shannon.
How good was Ray?
Excellent,
Okay.
absolutely excellent. Like he wasn't just, he was a big unit. He was 6'3" or 4" centre forward, but he was more than that. He was as good as the ball at his feet as the 2 boys there.
Did Ray have a trial in Scotland? Did he? Did he have a spell up?
I'm not sure. I don't
Dundee, or did I hear something like that?
I don't know.
We must get him on, actually. I'd like to get Ray on.
Yeah, I was talking. He's interested. Yeah,
We talking to him?
yeah.
Good. Because I have had savage feedback on the socials, especially on Facebook. Lads messaging me, telling me to say this and telling me to say that, and get this lad on, get that lad on. It's brilliant. And Jeff Moore contacted me.
Did he?
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to read out the message, and I want to get your reaction. I didn't tell you I was going to do this today. I want to get the reaction off you.
Okay.
Jeff, good goalkeeper. I actually had Jeff at FC Carlow. I actually Jeff at Pats. Pat
right.
Purcell was there. He's at Pats, but he sent me this. He sent me this message. Get on to Popa with this one. He said to me, "This could cause a war."
Is this what he said?
No. He said Popa's a jerk, and I'm only messing. Bear with me now for 2 seconds, lads. I do sincerely apologise.
I'm intrigued there, Podge.
I am so bad on this. I'm so bad on mobile phones. It's so absolutely outrageous. You couldn't measure how bad
If
I
you
am.
typed your hand instead of your feet, it might help, you know?
Yeah. Okay, here we are. Jeff Moore. Okay. Here's the message. Great hearing stories about the players that have been knocking around. Only got to have listened to episodes. Very good. Left me heart off. Brilliant. Talking about the time in Newry we had to go get the shoes again to the nightclub. It was a brilliant yarn. Here we go. I may pull you about a bit from the first episode when Popa was talking about Cretty the day, which means Hanover, won out in Cretty Yard and then lost in the plots in the last game of the season. The day Hanover beat us in Cretty, we all heard Darrell Hayden singing Champions on the way out on the gate. It was like a red rag to a bull for a dressing room full of ignorant bastards like ourselves. And he said, best luck with the venture and all that. What do you think of that? Did Darrell do that? Is that fair? Is that an accurate accusation?
The year we won the league is the first time and only time we beat Cretty Yard in the league.
Yeah.
That wasn't the same year as Cretty Yard beat us in the plots in the playoff. The year we...
Did they not go beat you in the plots then to put a league decider on? Did they not go beat you?
They beat us in the league decider in the plots.
Yeah, so that must have been the game he's talking about. No, not the league decider. Not the year you won it. Remember, we talked about in the first episode, you'd pick lads up to go bet and walk to win the league.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Oh, that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Cretty Yard were up for that game, yeah. But I don't know. See,
Did you give him ammunition?
Well, maybe they did. I don't know. I don't agree with that stuff, being honest. Singing Champiolis for your Champiolis. I wouldn't like that myself now if I heard it. But I didn't hear it.
No, I'm not confirming nor denying it. I'm just saying.
Well, I've no doubt. No one Darrell, he's it.
Yeah, Darryl
Thanks
was
to
a wind-up
Blackguard.
merchant behind.
Yeah.
Darryl was very effective, Pop.
Yeah, he was
Super effective.
another lad who's tall and tidy, isn't he?
Yeah, don't mark Darryl. So what do you want me to do?
Yeah. They climbing the Empire State Building.
Brilliant. Cool. Look, Pop, I think we'll jog on a little bit onto the fixtures of the weekend.
Yeah.
I will get them 211s up on the socials, and we'll see what the people think who's going to win, right? I'm just loading up the fixtures here now. I'm actually so underprepared today, lads. Sorry, it's very hard in a full-time job to do this stuff, isn't it? Are you out this weekend?
We're playing Kilree Sunday in the quarter-final of the Premier Cup down in Kilree. Missing Coughlin back.
Brilliant.
Which is a plus, he's something different. He's just an animal. Yeah, look, we'll train, get prepared. We know Kilree is not an easy place to go. We'll pay full respect and hopefully get the result. I think the winners play Critty Yard or Newark
And
in the other semi-final.
that's the Carlow Cup.
They're playing each other Sunday.
Yeah.
I made a mistake last week as well. I thought the winners of us and Newark Sunday play Critty Yard. It's the winners of last Sunday plays Dalmanea, and which is on Wednesday week.
Right.
Newark and Dalmanea, and they play Critty Yard in the semi-final.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we'll be prepared and have a go at Kilree and see what happens. Yeah, look forward to that.
Hopefully there's not another elephant in the room.
No more elephants, no. Or no one exaggerate stories either,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Pats in Newark tomorrow night. Newark win to win the Premier. I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think Newark will have it all the wrong way. Not that they're not capable of winning the game by all means, but I think it's the one fixture
that Newark don't want.
Yeah.
In regards of they play proper soccer. St. Pat's do.
Are they the last team to beat them in there as well, in Carlow?
The last game of last year, was it?
Yeah.
Last league game of last year? Yeah. It'll be a really good game. There's footballers on both sides. There's probably a few more goals in the Newark team than the St. Pat's team, without being disrespectful.
Currently, yeah, I would agree with that.
Going to be a real good game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't put a prediction on it.
Yeah, there'll be a good crowd at that.
Yeah.
6:30, is it? In Newark.
That's a 6:30 kickoff in Newark. Mixie Monaghan is reffing the game. Tomorrow night then in the Fights Pharmacy division in the Cup, Vale Wanderers B against Wolf Hill. That's the last 16. Yeah, I would think so. Collection B, Dolman B, that's in the quarter final of that divisional cup. Then we are leaking into 35s. We'll touch on 35s in a bit. So this Saturday, final, Dolman and Ballymurphy in St. Pat's. That's the Division 1 Cup final. I think that'll be a right game. 5:30 kickoff. If anyone's around, get down to it, show your support.
5:30 in Pat's on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's... Dolman will have to do a proper shift in regards of defensively. If it comes down to... There's more goals in Dolman than there is in Ballymurphy. There's some really good, fast, nippy little players in that.
Dolman have scored an outrageous amount of goals.
Unbelievable.
Problems at the other end of the pitch.
Yeah. So that's where the problem is. If they can keep a clean sheet, they'll win the game. But Dolman will score in the game.
There's no doubt about that. But
you know what I mean? But Ballymurphy are dogged.
Yeah, I think I don't even think dogged is a fair reflection, Popa. I'd say they're organised.
They are organised. Well,
they're super organised.
The players in that attacking team that can, in that Ballymurphy team that can cause that Dolman defence trouble.
Yeah, I know there's a few injuries. The young Joyce chap is hurt. But
that could go either way now.
They have a few young players that are decent, that are really good, and sure, Thomas Doyle could score anytime. You know?
They've a decent youth team like that. A couple of lads are playing.
They do, yeah. And I think that could go either way.
Yeah.
Then you have on Sunday you have the Premier Cup, as you mentioned yourselves, versus Kilree, and Newark versus Hanover.
No, for Critty, is it?
Oh, sorry. Thanks, Pop. Newark versus Critty and Kilree versus Hanover Sunday morning. Then the Whites Pharmacy Divisional Cup is down, quarter final stage. Castle Rangers versus Ballinglass and Newark B versus Parkville B. I just love this time of year, Papa, because games. I'm actually reading these off the website. I'm trying to read the dates and all that, and it's just there's so many games in front of me. I'm going gee-eyed looking at them, but
There's a good game every night, though, isn't there? Really?
Yeah, there is
good
a game.
Wednesday night. There's a cup final Saturday.
Yeah.
Most people are probably going to look at Cricket Yard, and you walk on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
You know, and then you have a cup game next Wednesday night, Dolman, and another derby.
Yeah.
Small little pitch, Dolman and you walk.
Yeah.
If semi-finals the following week after that.
It's a buzz, isn't it?
Oh, it's great.
It's just incoming.
Yeah, it's great.
I was sitting in work there today, looking outside the sunshine, thinking to myself, finishing up here now 5:15. Sun is beaming.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
That was great, yeah.
You're listening to, do you know? No, that's what I call 80s on the way home in the van. Buzzing, do you know what I mean? It's brilliant, it's great.
Like Richie Kavanagh, I know what you're listening to.
35s, Popa, have 3 divisions.
Yeah.
Division 1, Carrow Rovers.
Yeah.
Carnew.
Mm.
Cricket Yard.
Mm.
Leinster finalists last year. Betting penalties in Leinster final, were they?
Betting penalties, yeah.
Evergreen. Hanover.
Yeah.
Definitely signed a few players, have you, to get into Division 1?
Here's the one for you.
Go on. Ray Walker.
We were in Division 2 last year.
Yeah.
Came second in the league.
Yeah.
Got to 2 semi-finals of the cup.
Mm-hmm.
Got promoted. Right? And I'm like, it goes in the players that you signed. We've signed Ray Walker, and that's it. Right? Slaney finished 3 points off, winning the first division, and got relegated to Division 2. Doing a match there.
Where's the logic?
I don't know. I'm still bamboozled over. My brother Pa went to the meeting with the Carrow League, and he said, by the quality of players in our squad is all we can put you into the first division. I don't mind playing the first division patch, but I think you should be there deservedly so. We're not there.
You can't do it on players.
We're not there deservedly so. At the end of the day, Podge, the average age of our team is 40, not 35.
I think you'll compete though, Papa.
We'll be okay.
You'll have Johnny Waters, you'll have Jason Murphy.
Johnny Waters. Kite is 35 this year.
Is Kite 35 this year? So he'll be alright.
He played the last 2 games last year, but he was wizard material, you know, he was fucking deadly.
Highview were in it, which I'm surprised to see.
There's some travelling in the patch.
Yeah, fair, but don't Highview Greg the Manor, right?
Yeah. Evergreen is out on the Ling Road, it's 40 minutes.
Kells.
Carnew was nearly an hour.
Yeah, Carnew was it, yeah.
Honest to God.
Where the Carrow Rovers play?
They play in the youth centre.
Youth centre. And then St. Pat's around the division as well.
And Cricket Yard, yeah.
And Craigie. There's plenty of moving and shaking.
I think they're all, most are Friday night games. I think there's one team in it that's going Saturday evening. It's either Friday night at 7:30 or 7, or Saturday at 5:30 or something like that.
The Division 1 this week, the games are Carnew versus Carrow Rovers. That's in Carnew. That is Friday. And Pats versus Cricket Yard in the Meadows is also Friday, right? Then you go into Division 2. You have Bagnallstown, Burn Celtic.
Bagnallstown won the league and 2 cup finals last year.
And that's a very good Bagnallstown team.
It is, yeah. They'll come up, I say, nearly
yeah, that's a very good Bagnallstown team. Collection, Parkville. Slaney came second, right?
In Division 1.
Yeah, and they're gone down.
I believe there's just an old team. Like really old, but that's
Which was over 35.
That's not really fair, like. I'd have no problem playing Division 1 Podge if we won it.
Yeah.
But you can't promote, surely you can't promote a team for...
Yeah, it's not as if you're chasing a trophy around. Like
Carnew won the league, they went up. Fair play to them, they won it. No problem. But we got beaten 2 semi-finals. But yet you get promoted. I'm like, that's a bit unfair. Like it is. Like it's not. You're not picking a team going in from the second division into the Premier when you're all chaps.
Yeah,
they're all over 35s. You can't. Look,
St Anne's and St Felix. St Felix have always a good 35 side.
Yeah,
but Parkville have always. Collection have always a decent 35 side.
They were poor enough last year, but they were.
Beat us in a cup final year before.
Yeah, no, they did. Yeah, that's right. They were really good. Sure, Mickey McCarthy was playing and
Pop
was playing centre half.
Shane Coakley, is it?
Shane Coakley, yeah.
Yeah,
really good players, like.
Yeah, good side.
Yeah,
good side.
And what did they call 2 brothers? Left foot lads. Great good players.
Yeah. I don't know what they call it.
They'll be decent, yeah.
That's a good division, and I'm intrigued now because there is a Division 3 in it. So the fixtures in the Division 2 is Slaney versus Bagnallstown. That's a Friday night, and St Anne's Ballylinen obviously versus St Felix is also a Friday night. The Division 3, who do we have in Division 3? You have Ballymurphy, Dolman Celtic, Moon Celtic, Nurney, Joseph's, and the Village. Great to see a Village back in, actually.
Village is back
in. So 17 division, and Division 3 is 16 division. That's very good, isn't it? What's your thoughts on 35 football?
Sure, it was only played when I started the podge for a bit of a kick around, just a wind down, but it's nowhere near that now. Like, there's systems involved in all now. Like, it's not just, I'll kick it up to the big lad up front. Lads are able to move, like. And you have to be clever. You have to be able to be comfortable on the ball.
My standout was when the year I got involved, got back at Pat's, got a phone call, would I get involved? I said absolutely, because me and my friends were around that same age, so we all signed. I didn't play some dirt, but the rest of them did. But I remember the first game against Ballinglass. I think he played in the match.
Yeah.
Against Ballinglass, and I was thinking to myself, no disrespect to Ballinglass, like we had the Harlem Globetrotters, like you had Simon Ray, Brian Carberry, Popa Dolan, Brian Maguire, Blondie Brannigan, Seamus Doug, Lee Murphy. Like, I don't even think Lee was there. Ross Townsend, Flynn, Shane Fitzharris, Simon Ray, John O, Morn, like
Anto.
I remember looking at Anto. I remember looking at the bench thinking, these genuinely are the Harlem Globetrotters. He won alone for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
and we equalised the last kick of the game.
That's
but
right. Shane Fitzharris, was it?
Yeah.
Could have been Shane.
The standout for me was how organised Ballinglass were.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at it thinking to myself, these lads genuinely played. Do you know, I'm not saying they played at Savage level, but they're junior football vets.
Yeah.
They know how to protect the goal, they know how to protect the league. And you know, you look at a team.
You're not scoring in that.
Yeah. Like,
do
you know what? Do you know what I measure a good defending team by? When they clear the ball, to make you face your own goal. Right, to make you go back. You know, it's not dropping into the six. Or it's not. Yeah. It's in an area where you have the keeper's not coming out for it, and your fullback has to go over and get.
Rebuild again. Come on again. It's like a wave after wave. We had all the ball, but we couldn't score that.
That was the big standout.
Yeah,
and just then that season was brilliant. But look, I think we'll touch on 35s again as the season goes on, and something to speak about during the summer, especially as you can be your player on-field correspondent.
I don't know about that.
Evergreen is a standout name for me in it.
Yeah, we were down to play them this weekend, but we just had missing a good few players.
They'll be very good.
They'll be very good, yeah.
Like, I imagine, like, because I could be wrong.
There's a few players away still that are, like, Coughlin's 35.
Is he going to come in and play?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So you're definitely good enough for Division 1.
I know, yeah, but
you said here 2 weeks ago, Ray Walker's different between winning the Premier or not.
Ray Walker.
So of course you're going to put in the Premier.
Week, yeah, but he's had to be back. It's 4 years since he played, but he came training last Wednesday. And is that human? Cyborg. No, he's brilliant, and you know what it is? He's a super attitude.
Yeah,
he's a real super attitude. He's a good lad, like you know, and he'll be busy at that level, like. Yeah, it's good.
I was going to touch on, like, no Bridge. So I presume the lads.
Bridge folded.
Yeah. So a lot of Bridge players would have been, because there was only one 35 Michael Kenny to my memory, and they played in Carlow.
Yeah.
I think it was only 35 minutes. Yeah. So I think a lot of the lads probably went back to an Evergreen or, you know, it'll be very strong. But you'll have lads from Freeburg's playing for them.
Yeah.
You'll have lads from Thomastown probably coming to play for them.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's like Kilkenny team nearly.
The Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, Harlem Globetrotters, Kilkenny. Pop, we've gone on a good bit. You happy with that?
Absolutely, great. Yeah, really enjoyable again.
Thanks very much for listening, lads. I had to say the listenership has been fantastic. It's not something, Pop, I expected on about you.
No, I'm getting great feedback off people. Just like even on the Facebook page, just people that.
Yeah, it's good.
Just great stories. You forgot about who you played with and how good players were, and it's fantastic. People text me individually, private messages on Facebook. People add me on friends on Facebook.
Yeah,
I think, Jesus, I haven't seen him in years. Adam, Popa, well done on the podcast yourself and Podge. Fantastic, great knowledge in soccer and great stories and funny in between. You know, as best you can. And it's like it's off the cuff. It's really good. Like so.
Yeah, it's raw.
Yes, yeah.
I would definitely ask you to share it around. It's on. We're on Spotify.
Help us out as much as you can.
I'll share it on Facebook this evening. I'll share it on Instagram. How Is He Podcast? We can be found across all podcasting platforms. Thanks a million. Next week we're looking to have a guest on, to be confirmed. I'm looking to get more involved in the socials. If anyone could even tell me to how to use socials, because I'm garbage. We will be down the line. There is a cost on this. Down the line, you know, we will be looking for sponsors. No major panic. Do you know what I mean? But we'll probably be contacting you before you contact us. But look, thanks very much. We'll see you next week. All the best.
Thanks, lads.